Hello everyone, this is your friend Aamir, and today I welcome you to the fourth episode of Insights. Alongside with Ankit, we have one of my close friend Partho, and as you have guessed it from the title, we are going to talk about startups. So Partho, please give a brief about yourself.
Hello everyone, मेरा नाम पार्थो कुंडू है and obviously Aamir did not mention it, but I'm from Northeast Assam, and yeah, I've been into some startups that we'll be talking out in the video, and yeah, I'm pursuing my masters and life is good.
Okay, very a sweet introduction from your side, Partho. Thank you so much, and we will welcome you to our channel. So, moving further, I would like to know what is the situation of a startup in the northeast region of India.
Startup, I mean, people are sort of getting aware of the startup situation, and you know that you can do a startup and build something from that. But yeah, it's okay. Not much developers in my town, and not even much like-minded people. You know, everyone wants a job, sarkari job, if you may say. But
Uh,
yeah, in big cities like Guwahati and everything, you have some startup hubs and incubators. But in my town, no, not much. But yeah, we have some like-minded people. We get through it. Yeah,
Okay,
People are majorly concerned on their job, like they are
yeah,
willing to go
exactly.
for job,
Everyone wants to
and
earn
and,
a
and
stable living.
up to that, it is on the cherry on the top. Like if you get some government job right there,
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah.
nice.
so what was your first startup and how it all started?
Yeah, sure. The first stuff is obviously the most memorable one, and it has taught me many lessons. Yeah, but it all started with a very, a very genuine, but a normal and common idea that people don't get medicines when they want, and it's hard to get it in a small town like my town, like in Nogao. So Nogao is supposed to be a very big village. Okay, so a very big village, but we obviously have a town and everything. But the thing is, if you even go like 30 or 40 kilometers away from the town, you won't get much medical shops, good shops that actually has like suppose somebody is suffering from diabetes, so you won't get medicines for diabetes in those shops. So you have to come to the town and do buy the medicines and go there, and it's a hassle. It's a hassle. I've seen people die. I've seen actually people die, and uh, they just quit the medicines because it's, first of all, it's costly, obviously. And the second thing is, you don't want to go that far to buy medicines all the time. So
True.
people just like, if somebody's suffering from pressure and he needs to take the pills, he'll take it for a while because the doctor prescribed it, but supposedly he will just stop because it's far and it's hard to reach. So the startup started from there, that what can we do to reach the customers.
Yeah,
And
that's
that
lovely.
was the idea. Yeah,
Yeah,
So
that's
it was
lovely. Like
generally like e-commerce app for medicines, specialized for
yeah,
medicines.
obviously.
for
Yeah,
for delivering of
companies
medicine.
exist like that. Yeah, but
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
the idea was something like that.
that
Mhm.
was really nice, Partho. Like you're trying to give something to your community you are living in, and that is
Yeah,
the best form of service one can do in the individual life. So, well, I know that it was not very cakewalk to start a startup. So, I would like to know from your side that what are the problem you encountered during the beginning, like beginning of your startup when you have just started. Because I know, as being a middle class family, it's very tough. You have some idea you come across, and you are willing to initiate that idea, and that initiation level is very crucial for any of the startup. So, what was your what was your hurdle during this journey?
well, the hurdles come when you implement the idea, right? So
Yeah,
implementation was a bit tough because obviously it's medicines, it's not something we play with.
And that's the main thing, right?
So
Implementations.
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So medicines, you just can't distribute medicines like that. Like, you want to buy medicines from some shops, or and get your work with some shops so that you can take the medicine from this place and deliver it to other place. You just cannot do that because there are many things like prescription validating and such that medicines don't get misused and everything. So
Yeah,
you have to work with different inspectors like medical inspector and everything. We had to actually talk to many people that is it okay, and take signatures of people that okay, we get the consent that we can do it from those inspectors and everything. But yeah, those were the implementations basically, that you have to get the legal work done first, because developing an app or a website is okay, you can do it with a little amount of time, you can do it. And the second thing was getting shops, you know, making them believe that you can do such a
yeah.
thing. Like it's not very easy
Trust.
that you go to some shop and be like, आप मेरे को ये सामान दो, मैं इसको बेचूंगा. They will be like, why would we give you, and who are you?
Yeah, that
So
making
you
a
know,
trust
yeah,
to your.
yeah,
Yeah,
trust you, and having a very good business model that you can show that we can hike your sales up to this percent and everything, hypothetically obviously. But you know,
yeah,
you need to start somewhere, and getting a medical shop to work with you was a tough one. And yeah, that was the main hurdles. And obviously a few developers in my town, so you just cannot do everything alone, right? And
True.
obviously you cannot do everything alone or nothing alone. But yeah, contacting good
yeah. Like I
developers.
can relate, Partha. Like it was
Yeah,
not that easy because when you were going to start some medical facility right there in your eastern or anywhere in the India, then you have to take care of the legal authorities as well as the tech part. Like as your business was service based, so you should also need to take care of this technical issue as well.
yeah,
Dealing with the
yeah.
Yeah,
medical thing
nice.
is not equivalent to dealing with groceries, right? There must be some.
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly. Nice.
So, okay, Partho, an idea was there in your mind, और फिर उस आइडिया को आपको स्टार्टअप में चेंज करना था. So
yeah,
there must be various implementation methods, right? So, like, what were the steps? What were the further steps needed to be taken in these startup? Like, अगर कोई स्टार्टअप कर रहा है तो उसके पास एक आइडिया है, तो उसे एक सही स्टेप तो लेना है ना सामने. स्टेप बाय स्टेप उसे आगे बढ़ना है,
actually,
और
yeah, yeah.
कौन से स्टेप को ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी देना है, तो वो समझ में कैसे आता है?
Actually, depends on the thing. Like if you're making a game, you just need to search for games that are similar or something, and then compare it with yourself.
Hmm.
Compare with your app actually. But suppose, but if it's a service or something like that, then you have to actually reach out to people. Like you have to reach out to, like I have reached to you and Ankit and Amir has reached to two more people, and they reached to two more people. So
तो
it has
chain
to grow
reaction, yeah,
exponentially. Yeah,
yeah.
it is good to grow exponentially, and we have to get feedbacks on if it will work. Obviously people will have different opinions, but we only take the good opinions, and we just try to figure out that will it actually work, and is the time worth it. Because once you are in, you cannot get out that easily, because वो अपने आप में अंदर एक बैठ जाता है. That's a seed in you that okay, we have to grow this and everything. Yeah. So obviously do some market research.
Mhm.
Market research is the most main thing,
The
I would
research
say,
is
because
the basic thing that
Yeah,
is like mandatory.
before starting,
yeah,
yeah, before
yeah,
starting any like a startup anywhere or
mhm,
starting or beginning something new, so you need to do lot many research. You need to do lot many survey to know your
okay,
customer basically.
yeah,
Then only you will get to know the actual data that whether it is necessary to start even my studio or not.
yeah,
If the
exactly,
people are
exactly.
not that literate even to operate the the
Apps.
app or the
Mechanism
software
and everything. Yeah,
what you are providing to them, then probably your idea is not going to like
not
work
going to
very
work.
well.
Yeah,
So,
वो बोलते हैं ना, समय से आगे चल रहा है, something like that.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But yes, exactly, that is the main thing. And after you're done with the research, finally you think that okay, this is gonna work. The team comes in, that who is gonna
So
work with you. And
if I
yeah,
ask you like Partho, so how many sets of data is required for to like for the survey? Like people always get confused. Someone take the 50 samples, someone takes the 1,000 sample. So what do you think? What is the best for that? Like how many
the
data
yeah,
it is required
yeah,
to?
it's
Like,
not about
what is the
how
minimum
many
sets of
data.
data?
It's not
Mhm.
about how many data, but who are you asking.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that is
if you have a
also
product, yeah,
exactly.
if you have a product and you are asking to a shop owner, that
Hmm.
data is equivalent to maybe 10 normal idea datas like you and me who don't actually own a shop. We can give our
Hmm.
opinions, but somebody who actually runs a shop and knows how it works, his
Yeah,
data is more valuable. So
yeah,
asking
exactly.
your relevant customers and relevant people who are going to use it, and then that data is very rich, and that data will give you so much more than asking thousand random people like, will it work, will it work, ma'am, will
Like,
it
it's
work, sir?
more
Yeah,
about consulting a kind of experienced person rather than asking some
yeah,
Asking the right
random, yeah,
youth.
customer will give you the exact data.
Yeah.
Right, right.
exactly, yeah.
Okay, so Partho, if I ask you that, what was the motivation behind
Like any
like
specific
starting
role
this
model for this?
journey?
Any specific role
Any
model for this?
specific role model have you followed
Like as we can
for
see
like
that
in the beginning? Because
people start playing cricket
in
due to Sachin Tendulkar, or like they are
Sure.
motivated for being a scientist because of Dr. APJ Abdul
because
Kalam. There
in
are a
beginning,
lot of
yeah,
role models.
exactly. Because in beginning, what I feel now, you need a kind of a spark within you that
Yeah,
I have to do this. And even though like we have also tried so many things, it was a kind of hit and trial thing. Me and Aamir have tried. But what I think that you need a kind of strongly burning desire to achieve that thinking. Oh, yeah, I'm going to
actually,
start this, and until unless I'm going to finish my task, I'm not going to quit anymore, right? So for that thing, I need to know from your side that what are your burning fuel during this journey when you
Like
have started.
uh, a quote was there, like motivation is like bathing, like you need it every day.
Yeah,
That's motivation.
yeah,
exactly.
sure, yeah. And most of what you said was actually true, but you know for me, starting a startup was okay. I've always been like that, enthusiastic, that and curious, that we can do this and we can do that, and oh, we can earn money from that and everything. Obviously
Kind of
money is
hypothetical.
everyone's
Yeah.
concern, yeah.
Yeah.
Money is everyone's concern, but we also know that I've not met much people who have done so many startups. I have met now. Okay, I've met so many people who have got 3 crores of funding, like literally 3 crores of funding for his startup. And he's one of my good friends, not a good friend actually. I would say he's a mentor, sort of a mentor. I won't call him a friend, but the main thing is, before I actually got to know so many people who are doing so many awesome things, there was only internet and there were books.
Yeah.
I've never met Elon Musk, and Elon Musk will probably never, give an interview about how to become an entrepreneur, but books about them. Like there's a book on Elon Musk by Ashley Vance, and that book actually told you everything about how Elon used to operate and everything during his Tesla time, during his SpaceX time, and how many times he had failed and everything. So that gives you a burning fuel that
Yeah.
burns
Yeah.
you. And there is Gary Vaynerchuk, and you'd hear podcasts about him. And well, obviously, I would actually want everyone to listen to one podcast. It's on Google Podcast and Air Podcast too. I mean Apple Podcast. It's called My First Million by Sean Puri. Yeah, the guy's name was Sean Puri. My First Million. It's such a good thing, because in that podcast they talk about you have lost everything and then you became a billionaire.
Okay.
So obviously, somebody who has lost so many things, I was actually motivated to move a little more forward, because people have done it, and obviously you can do it too.
In a journey to failure, there's a time that comes like you have nothing to lose at that time, at a
Yeah,
particular time,
yeah.
Exactly.
Hmm.
and
That
that's the thing.
you
True.
you you have already hit the base, and below that there is no option to go,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, obviously.
So when you are at base, then no need to go more.
But
Like
but
you.
get
Mhm.
get me, okay, Ankit, get me. There's always something to escape to, man. There's always something to, अगर
Yeah,
अगर मतलब स्टार्टअप नहीं काम कर रहा, तो हम लोग क्या सोचेंगे कि भाई जॉब ले लेते हैं ना, पैसा कुछ तो आएगा. There's
Stability.
always something to escape to, man, but sticking to the original plan is so hard.
very hard. I
Yeah.
agree completely. Right.
Somebody
People
experienced
would
that.
actually say कि मतलब इससे खराब क्या ही होगा,
like
कर लेते हैं.
at a time, yeah, exactly, at a time you will come across in your life that you feel that, oh my god, like, it was a time of FOMO, when you come across the fear of missing out, when your friends were earning somehow the seven digit figure of salary, and you are still stuck in not no implementing those ideas, changing the
Yeah.
revenue model, looking for the profit, approaching the business, approaching for
Yes.
VC angel investor,
Not many things
and
to
still you
do.
come across, yeah, and still you come across, yeah, the things are not working on my way. So at
Exactly.
that moment of time, you will come across, okay, why I have just started even
Yeah.
this startup. But
Yeah.
trust me, when you stick to your original idea, sooner or later, when it's going to give you the return, when you start giving the return, then you will end up with making some huge profit out there, right?
Sort of. Yeah.
And failing,
Yeah.
yeah,
In the end,
and
it's
this,
not about the money, right? But in the end, it's
yeah,
about
it's all about
you've
satisfaction.
made something. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've made something out of thin air.
Yeah,
मतलब पहले कुछ
I
नहीं
have
था, अभी
created
कुछ है
something.
मेरे पास. Yeah,
Exactly, that I have
that's
created
more
something,
valuable than money.
True.
and
That
and that
satisfaction.
yeah, that satisfaction cannot
Although
be
in startup you
satiated
are,
with any of the
although in
things.
startup you are never satisfied, but
Obviously.
a moment comes that the satisfaction lasts only for that moment, and that is more precious.
Yeah.
Like in India, in India, the startup is always seems to be very lucrative things for the millennials, among the
Yeah.
millennials.
Yeah.
That, okay, if I'm going to start my startup within a 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to own my own BMW. But it's not that it's not that easy,
True.
dude.
It's
It
never
is
that
really a
easy.
kind of, yeah, it's really a kind of roller coaster jump, and you have to do all those things. And like starting seems to be very easy, that this is a path I need to walk upon. But when you get into the original idea of implementation, you will get to know, oh my god, this is also a problem I
Yeah,
can come across. So yeah.
obviously.
There's a season in TVS Fathers called Fathers, and the first episode, like basically in the first episode, three fathers decide to start a startup, and there was a dialogue in between them that आज के ज़माने में ऐप वाले startups को इज्जत है, बाकी किसी को नहीं. So what do you feel about this? What do you think about this?
Sure. Depends on, again, if you are making game, app is the most important thing, and if you have 5 or 6 developers who are very good at it, obviously
Mhm.
it's good. But in the end, matlab, app is always a medium to connect, right?
Yeah, true.
App is always a medium to connect. It is a medium to your service. Like, even if you're just delivering foods, even if you're delivering medicines and Uber and everything, you are connecting people. It is a medium to connect people. So app and website and everything does not actually matter that
True.
much, because nowadays WhatsApp API is so good that you can actually do just
Anything.
with WhatsApp API. When you implement the APIs in your system and everything, and then you can just contact people with WhatsApp and maybe book an Uber with WhatsApp and everything. So it's not about the app at this moment of the world right now, but yeah, app was a very good thing back then, and it is obviously it is, but
True.
there's more to it. Yeah.
Exactly, because as we can see that people living in Bangalore or some good cities, they are even starting startups in organic farming as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we just
organic
need
farming,
to
terrace farming.
identify the need of the society. That is the
Yeah.
main thing.
Organic farming is actually very good in there, yeah,
Yeah,
because people have been moving so much to organic, from like white
and
bread to brown
even
bread to
even though
organic bread. Yeah.
even though if we talk about the metropolitan city like Bangalore and all, then people have also started a kind of terrace farming right there.
Exactly.
So this is also going to be a very good turn up in the urban areas, that people have started their own farming on the
Mhm.
rooftop. So that
Yeah.
is something good.
So Partho,
Yeah.
suppose that you have an idea, right? तो उस idea को आप पूरे implement करके एक startup plan में change करते हो. So during the process of implementation, ये जो पूरी startup journey है, उसमें एक idea का role कितना important होता है? Like people say that I have a multi-billion-dollar idea. So what do you think about it? What's the role of
About
that
like
idea?
potential, how to check the potential of the idea.
वैसे मतलब आइडिया वैसा होता है ना कि मतलब जैसे मतलब जो रॉ राइस जो धान में आता है, वो तो रॉ होता है, उसका कीमत कोई नहीं देता है, बट उसको थोड़ा चर्न करना पड़ता है, थोड़ा हटाना पड़ता है, थोड़ा स्किम करना पड़ता है, थोड़ा प्रिपेयर करना पड़ता है, तो वैसा सीन है कि मतलब आइडिया जो भी बेसिक आइडिया रहता है वो हमेशा थोड़ा उसमें फ्लॉज रहेंगे ही, बट उस आइडिया को नर्चर करना एंड मतलब इम्प्रोवाइज करना कि इस साइड से वो करो उसको करो, हम लोग ये कर सकते हैं और वो कर सकते हैं एंड इसको हटा सकते हैं, तो फाइनली जो प्रोडक्ट होगा दैट वुड बी द गुड आइडिया, मतलब प्रॉपर आइडिया। बट स्टार्टिंग में every idea is just a basic idea. Obviously you can say it's $1 million idea, but nobody's gonna pay you $1 million for the basic idea. It's gonna be defined and with proper business model and everything. Yeah,
Yeah, see, like if you have that idea, right? If you have a particular idea, इसका मतलब है आपको प्रॉब्लम का रूट को, आप प्रॉब्लम के रूट तक पहुंच चुके हो, आपको उसका सोल्यूशन पता है। लाइक
exactly,
अगर सिर्फ
exactly,
अगर सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम पता है तो फिर तो आइडिया है ही ना, आपको तो सोल्यूशन निकालना है कहीं ना कहीं। दैट्स
exactly.
एन आइडिया, राइट? दैट्स एन आइडिया।
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
true, true, true.
So, okay, Partho, so there are different terms we encounter during that. If someone is starting a new
जर्नी ऑफ द
startup,
स्टार्टअप।
newbie startup, then he encountered across the different terms like seed funding, angel investor, where to pitch
इनक्यूबेटर।
the idea, what are the good websites where you can go and portray your ideas, how to
Yeah,
build some good connection over the
yeah,
LinkedIn or anywhere across the social media so that people can know about your idea and especially the potential of the idea. Because I think every youth in the nation, especially if I talk about the India as a developing nation, then every youth have some potential and he always look to start some new business, right? But he always face a problem that he don't know the right path, that where he should go, what the good courses he should take if he is willing to work upon himself or herself. So, according to you, what are the route chart for this thing? That where to initiate, where to inculcate those things in a better way? And what you said that nurturing of ideas is very much important, right? So, if you are nurturing it with the right people, with the right teammates, then obviously it's going to be a turning point of your life.
yeah.
And if you don't have people in your surrounding or you're pitching in some front of someone who is not know your potential, that okay, this I have a vision, this particular
Mhm.
thing can work in the future. So what do you think on all these things?
Well, there was a lot of questions,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yes, yeah, well, it's fine. Yeah, let's talk about it in segments. But the first thing, how to implement or nurture an idea. Obviously, you need good people, like-minded people that you want to share the idea with. Obviously, trustworthy people, because I've seen people who have stolen ideas and they've built something about out their feet. Because obviously, not everyone has the same size of hand. Like सबके पास किसी के पास पैसा होता है, किसी के पास पैसा नहीं होता है, एंड किसी के पास फंडिंग है एंड लोग अच्छे हैं, डेवलपर किसी के पास अच्छा जान पहचान है, तो ही कैन एक्चुअली स्टील योर आइडिया एंड मेक इट देयर आइडिया एंड you don't have anything, you cannot say anything about it. So obviously like-minded people and trustworthy people is what you need in the beginning. If you don't have such, see, आइडिया को शेयर करने का थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम होता है, but there are incubators there, like in Assam itself, you have incubators in Guwahati, Assam startup,
Yeah.
so you
I
can
think
go
that,
there. Yeah,
yeah, incubator, there are many good institutions like IIT Delhi, Triple IT
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hyderabad,
yeah. I
IIM
I am
Bangalore,
Calcutta.
yeah,
Yeah,
IIM Calcutta. These have
yeah.
also incubator.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. Yeah. So you can approach them and talk to them. Like there are so many people that they would actually love to hear you, and they will even give you proper insights on इसको आगे कैसे बढ़ाना है, एंड इसको आगे बढ़ा भी सकते हैं या थिंक अबाउट समथिंग एल्स। एंड अगर मतलब सपोज आइडिया उतना मतलब जैसे तुम्हें लगा था कि वो ओरिजिनल है, अगर सपोज वो इतना ओरिजिनल है भी नहीं, तो दे विल
Mhm.
एक्चुअली गाइड यू टू द राइट वे ना, कि डोंट गो दिस वे, यू शुड नॉट, बिकॉज ये गलत हो जाएगा। तो
Exactly.
सब कुछ है, तो इनक्यूबेटर एक ओरिजिनली एक बहुत अच्छा सोर्स है। जिसके पास कुछ नहीं है उसके पास इनक्यूबेटर है कहीं पर, कि तुम उसके पास जाओ, यू tell them the idea and they will help you, they will actually meet you with other developers, like-minded people, and meet you with them, try to form a team and everything. So there is sources, but you have to just go a little ahead and ask about it, and search about it and everything. And about LinkedIn is good, but basically I won't lie, but I have some connections, but none are made in LinkedIn. I try to text people in LinkedIn because they are very
Yeah,
good and
because I think that
good positions.
the
Yeah,
people those who meet in real world,
They are more
sustain
valuable.
with you for the longer. Yeah, they're more valuable, and you will
Yeah,
able to share each and everything, like any of the emotion you are willing to, you can share directly with the people those who
exactly,
meet you in the
exactly.
real
Yes.
world. But somewhat
LinkedIn
I
is good
think
for
that
hiring
there's
now.
always, yeah, there's always a shroudness when you meet a people in the virtual world.
Mhm.
Even though any of the virtual platform, if you're meeting a people, then वो अलग से झिझक सी होती है to exchange all your thought process or your idea. And up to that, if it's come to this startup, then you cannot share entire your idea and how you're going to implement this to the person, right?
Yeah,
Until unless you know them personally. So these are
exactly.
also a kind of threat. What are the qualities, or you
Yeah.
can say what are do and don'ts you should look for a good team and good co-founder
So it all
while
starts
looking?
with the
Yeah,
co-founder, right?
yeah.
So it all starts with
Starting
the
with a
co-founder.
co-founder.
So yeah. So see, the people with different domains are better to become co-founders, because अगर तुम्हारे पास and उसके पास same skill है, तो
Mhm.
it's sort of a problem.
Classy nature.
Nothing, yeah,
Maybe
nothing
conflict
very
of
different and
ideas.
nothing you cannot work with. बट
Yeah.
हाँ, मतलब अगर दूसरा डिफरेंट डोमेन का हो तो वो बेहतर है, बट नहीं भी हो, नहीं भी हो तो द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग बिटवीन द टू पीपल इज दैट दे आर ऑन द सेम पेज, they think
Yeah.
alike, and obviously they will have different opinions sometimes, but
Mhm.
to work on the opinions and work for the greater good, and not that I want this and you want that, so we do this. So nothing like that, but दोनों का better लेना है, and maybe you know it's sort of like a relationship. Like if somebody falls, like अगर तुम्हें मतलब तुम घिस घिस के, like तुम्हें गवर्नमेंट का प्रोजेक्ट लेना है एंड वो प्रोजेक्ट का दिक्कत हो रहा है, तो सपोज आमिर एंड अंकित दोनों टीम है, तो आमिर घिस के वो टायर्ड हो चुका है, उसको मतलब उससे नहीं होता, क्योंकि सबका वो सहनशीलता अलग होता है ना,
So,
तो आमिर से
Exactly.
नहीं हो रहा, तो अंकित को वह होना पड़ेगा कि अंकित डेली जाएगा, कि मतलब आमिर थक रहा
To
है,
give that extra push.
yeah, to keep the spark alive, man, कि मतलब
Yeah.
suppose somehow you succeed, Ankit succeeds in getting the contract, and then आमिर भी आ जाएगा ना आगे से कि भाई वाओ, nice, great, and then you guys can start
Exactly.
working on that and building on that. So there's always
the
मतलब
backend
कि
support.
somebody needs to push, yeah,
It
moral
should
support
be in
and
the
like,
chan process. Like, okay, if the person is not working properly, then you should keep kind of support, keep supporting him.
yes, so because
Yeah.
everyone has exhaustion levels, obviously, मतलब ऐसा नहीं
Yeah.
होना चाहिए कि आमिर कुछ भी
And
नहीं कर
being a human, this is being a human. This is a kind of natural thing that after a certain
yeah,
period of time you're going to exhaust completely.
yep,
So
exactly.
you have to come forward. Your co-founder should be, take all this thing in the consideration that okay, I need to help him, and
Mm-hmm.
it's better. Like it's always better that if both the person have a different domain. If someone
Yeah,
is looking for a management, and if one is looking for management, one should look for the tech part, right?
yeah,
So,
Then there's no clash between the team, and both will handle the team in a different way. That okay,
different way.
management people will, yeah. So this is a good thing. And what
मतलब
about the
क्लैश
team?
इज फाइन एक्चुअली, क्लैश इज फाइन, बट मतलब क्लैश से डिस्ट्रक्टिव इंटरफेरेंस नहीं होना चाहिए ना,
so,
कंस्ट्रक्टिव होना चाहिए,
yeah.
लगने से मतलब दोनों हो भी जाए तो कंस्ट्रक्टिव होना चाहिए, डिस्ट्रक्टिव हो रहा है तो सब बर्बाद हो रहा है, या
Exactly. Okay, so what about team, Partho? Like, what are the good qualities you will look for making a kind of good team?
गुड टीम, look for people who are obviously like minded, because
Mhm.
मतलब अगर स्टार्टअप कर रहे हो तो ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम मतलब हायर कर सकते हो, so obviously they have to
Mhm.
come forward and like yeah,
Mhm.
we want to work on this, so people should be
Mhm.
like minded, and obviously they should be a little good in whatever they want to do. I mean जो भी
Mhm.
सेक्शन वो संभालेगा, या लाइक कोई
Mhm.
डेवलपमेंट में बैकएंड संभालेगा, तो उसको बैकएंड का आना तो पड़ेगा ना, तो
Mhm.
ऑब्वियस इवन इफ इट्स लाइक दैट कि भाई मैं बैकएंड संभालूंगा एंड बैकएंड सीख के संभालूंगा, दैट इज आल्सो फाइन इफ यू गाइस हैव टाइम, बट या
Yeah.
like minded people is more important, and people who want to work for without money that
Like,
is
yeah, it's
different.
always been said now that like you have is always a specialization in your core part. Like, suppose you are going to start some tech business. then what the qualities you are going to provide to the customer, it's always a unique from your side. It's always a unique from your end. And the core members should be always be with you to making these things in the implementation. So
So
that's good.
in this case, Partho, I think that you should hire us because
Obviously, man, obviously. But you have a job, no? You have a job. Ankit
that's
is
okay.
working.
We can manage. We can manage. That's
Yeah, I will look for a startup to start with.
Yeah.
okay, Partho. Coming to the current scenario in your life, so how is everything going? Like your current startup and building your high profile things and all.
No, there's nothing like high profile. There's nothing like high
We
profile, but
Indians
yes,
consider startup as a like high profile
But
thing.
I think you have
Starting with
already
the
yeah.
Mercedes, Lamborghini, and all things. Big mansion in a
Okay, okay.
city. That's all about us.
No,
these
but yes,
all things seems to be lucrative at the initial, but later on it's
yeah,
just fade up when you start implemented
The people
exactly.
actually
implementing
related
idea.
to it knows the thing.
True, yeah. So right now, obviously, the medicine startup actually failed and collapsed because of some personal issues and everything. Obviously, that's why you should choose a proper co-founder.
Yeah.
And but yes, yeah. This time we are working on a machine, a device actually, and we are providing services. I won't like to go into details here, but that's what is going on. We are working on different models and how it looks better and how it works better and what is better and how much it should cost and how you provide service and everything. It's a lot of thing. For I have my co-founder. He's one of my bachelor friends, like classmate, yeah,
Okay.
who I met in my
Like from
bachelor
your
degree.
UG course, right? From
Yeah,
your
usually, yeah.
undergraduate program, yeah.
Yeah. And it's a lot. And obviously, he's also pursuing his masters in physics, and I'm also pursuing my masters in physics. So it's a
Okay.
little of a bit of a hassle, but because it's all
But still, you
corona and
guys will be
everything,
connected, though.
everything is stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have been connected. Yeah, we also do meetings like this, and that we just sit in front of the camera and just sort out the things we have to do. And I do some part, and he does some part, and it keeps moving on. But yeah, because of corona, he's in his hometown right now. That is near my place, not much far, but yeah, we've been meeting up sometimes, and we have been working on it. But yeah, because of corona, everything has been on halt,
Yeah.
and our device is at best it has stopped because we cannot manufacture it anymore because all the workers in Bangalore has gone home and everything. So it's been halt for now, but
Kind of,
let's see.
you guys are working on a device that will provide
Yeah,
some kind of service to people, right?
yeah, exactly. Service, yes, service is something different,
And that might
but
be
the
unique
device
feature.
itself will work.
That
But
might be
the
unique
device itself
feature.
will work something, and the service is for the installation and everything.
That is the customer and the relationship that you're building with the customer.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Huh. So, like, it's a long way to go, right?
It's
Yeah.
it's a very long way to go, but I see it like it's not the glass is half empty, it's half full.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
have to be positive.
Always you have something unique to share, right? Like you can't end up with just blank space. Even though if you fail in your idea, you will turn up with very massive experience. And when you are going to
Exactly,
start
massive.
something new, then you will implement all those experience, all those idea, all those things in the new startup, and probably you will be building something from very scratch.
Exactly.
So yeah,
No,
it
like
was.
the CEO of Whitehead Junior. I
Mhm.
actually forgot his name, something Bajaj. So he had like 40 or something startups he has done in his life, and everything failed. And suddenly, most probably not suddenly, but he came up to this idea about Whitehead Junior, and it worked. It worked. Now
That is
he's
all about success now.
now he's good. Yeah,
Failure is the first
it,
step.
it never
was
stopped.
a massive. It was a massive turning point for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it was really nice. Like it's really a wonderful listening to you, Partho.
Thank you.
Lot many
Obviously.
things to learn from you, and probably it's also going to be beneficial for our viewers right here. And we really hope for a betterment for your idea, betterment for your startup.
Thank you.
We greet all the best wishes for your upcoming startup. Probably it's going to be one of the unicorn startup of India as well. So
Obviously.
these are these
No,
are these, these are going to be our best wishes from our side, and
yeah,
it was
I
really
see. I won't.
it
I
was,
don't want it to be a unicorn idea or anything, because that is too flashy and everything. It's hard, and I
no,
hope.
yeah, it's
But
hard,
yeah, I
but you
want to
can't
reach
ignore
people.
the
I want to
truth.
reach. I want to reach more people. Yeah.
Then
That
it's
is the
all
thing.
about
That is the thing.
consistency. Like you have to
Yeah,
work hard
put some. Yeah, you have to
put
put
constant
some,
effort. Yeah, put
dedicated hours. You have to put some dedicated hours in a regular basis to get
Yeah.
something really good out of it. So
True.
it was really a nice listening to you, and
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone for Aamir and Partho to joining this session and making this session really a wonderful about
this
this
finally
startup and all.
happened. Yeah, this finally happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is enough.
And we have been planning this from last 3 weeks, and now we have finally, concluded whole the thing. So this is a good thing for us. So keep watching our video, subscribe our channel, give a good thumbs up. Meeting you to the next video. Till then, tada and bye bye.
Take care.